Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of the Magic Arena Run. Today, it's the day. Actually, it's probably been more than 12 hours at this point. Usually by the time the new set comes out, I'm kind of asleep already at that point, which is probably a good thing. I heard a lot of stories of bad connection, things are overloaded and whatnot. Let's hope this doesn't happen, because we're gonna crack sealed first. It's a very quick way to get packs. It's a good way to also get a feel for what the format would be like. We'll pretty much be doing drafts after this, but I want to do something that's a little bit lighthearted. So you're paying 2,000 gems. So yeah, if you want to get it back, it's 6 wins. It's not so great, but you're guaranteed 3 packs no matter what. So we'll give it a shot. And they also give you a nice full art land. I hope I don't have to do this just to get one of each color. I did quite a lot just for a jump start, just to get the Planeswalker ones. I'll probably keep to those. And right off the bat, okay, this would be my second Lotus Cobra. That's nice. There's a Turn Timber Symbiosis. So 7 mana, 7 cards. And you get a creature. If it happens to be small, it gets a boost too. Let's see, we also got World Sculptor. So enters the battlefield, create a... Well, this is going to be very relevant considering, well, we might have a few non-basics. Then put 4 counters on target plant, so that's fine. Okay. There's Hagra Mauling. Well, destroy target creature, sure, but it's looking like green-red is going to be where we're at. Not sure about, cause we'll see if we have enough wizards. Green is kind of the every other party member is a secondary of sorts. And there's a Thieving Sky Rogue, so I guess we could splash blue. We'll see how it goes. Let's check all the cards. Let's start with the multicolored one. See what we got. So we got the 2 rares as mentioned. We also got a Kargan War Leader. So other warriors you control get +1/+1. I'm actually interested. I'm trying to experiment with this in Winota. So far, it looks like it's leaning towards red-green, splashing white just for Winota at this point because, well, we could do red-white warriors. I'm just a bit underwhelmed with some of the non-human warriors that are there. Let's check. Okay, as far as artifacts are concerned, cleric. So this is white-black. So probably not, this one's not gonna pan out. Skyclave Sentinel, 2/3 flyer. You need to find a way to put a 1/1 counter on it. Doesn't have to be from the kicker though. At least that helps, and it becomes an attacker. So we'll consider that. There are a few commons that do this, especially in green. Since I'm looking at red and green, we'll start looking at everything else, and it looks like white. 1 Journey to Oblivion as removal. Not much of anything else. There's an Attended Healer, so in a few Expedition Healers to gain life. Let's see. This one's actually interesting. 1-shot indestructible, and we have a payoff for this Attended Healer. But otherwise, not looking so great for the warriors. Well, also the good equipment's pretty much in red and green, so let's be on the lookout for that at least. There's some McKinley Ox. Okay, so white is kind of not so great. Blue. This is pretty much one of the kicker colors, and we got Field Research. Okay, so this is our Divination with kicker. Kind of expensive, but it kicks. Cunning Geyser Mage. Also expensive, but it does kick as well. So there are some cards that reduce the cost of kicker. We just don't happen to have them. We have an Into the World. That's a very good one. Return target or instant. This is a decent kicker, at least. It's cheap as a 2/1 for 2. But it's looking like we do have a kicker option. But I don't like the idea of just having a bunch of 0/5s that we have to do something just to get it to work. At least this is a cast trigger, so even if the spell fails, we still get the 5/5. I just don't know if we have enough kicker for that. There's also some Rogue Synergy. Well, there's Deliberate. This is the Poor Man's Omen of the Sea. Okay, so blue's not looking great either. Let's check black. Black had one rare that was very good. Hagra Mauling, very good removal. Let's see what else we have here. This one has good ways of buffing itself. It actually looks quite deep considering how far we're going into. It also has a few good options here. So far it's looking like for every 2 of these you can cut 1 land. That's pretty much the estimate. Especially if they're kind of expensive like this one. This one's more of like 2/3 of a land. This one, we might cast it. We might cast it, so it's kind of like 1/3 of a land. So let's see. We got, it's quite a good mix. Quite a mix. Have some removal here whenever you gain life. So we could actually do the clerics. There's okay, Blood Beckoning. That one's actually fine, considering we could do a lot of sacrifice as well. Dreadworm, actually not bad. Indestructible is gonna be hard to punch through. So what's our removal? Hagra Mauling, Vanquish the Weak. We could do Cleric / Rogue if we go this route. It's a few random warriors. Let's check red. We're looking for really looking for removal here. Okay, this one's pretty solid. Sure, it's a volcanic hammer, but even then, volcanic hammer was good back in this day. I think it's still reasonable now. Let's see. Synchronized spellcraft. We're gonna need this one. We're gonna need to go spread wide for this one. There's one of the good equipment, scavenge blade. Few expedition champions, but not enough warriors. We may have to go into white if we want to do the warriors. Otherwise, I'm not so sad about this. We have quite a decent kicker, Pyroclastic Hellion. Good way to reset landfall for this. It's a shame we don't have any of the other landfall creatures. Like we don't have the color shifted step links. We don't have the slightly more expensive plated GOP. Those are still great. So let's see if we can get some good landfall triggers in green. We do get some good decent warriors and some mix of rogues also. Actually, we have a decent mix, so we could. But as far as our landfalls well, actually, this one's fine. It's just that we don't have that much landfall. We do have some ways to enable it, so I'm actually willing to go for this. Scale the Heights, Roiling Regrowth. That's a way to get extra lands in. Choose target creature you control. This is a good way to get a quick buff. So we might just go the Cleric route. Heck, we even have some ways of gaining. So, and we have some Stompers, though these are quite expensive, so we may not run too many of these. I will note that this is kind of where it starts getting difficult. So let's see if we can get the red-green part to work. So all 3 Royal Eruption, that's a definite. Heck, we can actually do red-blue kicker. We do have, well, literally only 1 wizard here though. We do have, how many more wizards here? 1, 2, 3. And what does this? The next spell you cast costs less to cast. So this is actually a wizard and this is actually a kicker enabler. But this is 4 wizards. If I had all 4 wizards, Royal Eruption kicked would be 3 mana. 3 mana for 5 damage. Yeah, but it's a more realistically it's kind of like what, 5 for 5, or maybe even just a discount of 1, and you have to tap this. So we might just rely on red just for the removal. There's actually quite, like, we also have Molten Blast. It's instant and it's a little bit of anti-artifact synergy. We might have to actually splash white for warriors though. Like we have 1. Nope, take it back. We got literally 2 warriors aside from Kargan War Leader. So it's, and we got how many warriors here? 1. We literally got 1. Okay, so we're literally going wide on party. So it's pretty much, it's not looking so great at this point. So we're not getting ultra benefits. At least the Expedition Champion, it's a 2/3 for 3, so it's not too bad. Inordinate Rage, Definitely taking the Scavenge Blade. Electromancer's a 3/2/4/2. We're definitely taking the Hellions. Because some bounce a land, ding for opponent for 2, that's perfectly fine. Okay. So we're definitely adding the. We're definitely gonna go primary and green at this point. So definitely, yeah. Let's add the landfall strategy. Let's pretty much add that. So unfortunately, we're not going to really be cutting lands, but then again, we can go from 17 instead of the recommended 18. So, well, actually, let's check, because I think we can just spread the love. Spread the love, spread the party. We have a Gnarlid Colony if we... It's a cheap creature that... Oh wait, we also have a Canopy Ballot, so another one. How many +1/+1 counters are you getting? 1, 2, 3, 4. So Horn Beetle is plausible, but I have to take note of our. It's getting quite high though, so we probably want to be careful of. Maybe don't run too many Hellions. I might split it between Hellion and Horn Beetle. Then again, this one creates a 1/1 insect for each. Oh, each counter you've put on creature. So no, this is not great. Sorry, let's forget I said that. So definitely running this. So we're at our 18 lands virtual, and we're technically at 10/8. So we want to lean on more green. 6/5 trample is reasonable. That said, our actual active curve is at 4 mana. I'm hoping everyone is slow. If we run into opponents that are like Expedition Healer, that might be a problem. So I'm gonna start with this one first because this is the one I'm actually liking more. You'll probably run the Gnarlid Colony. So we have a decent balance, 15 and 8. So this would be my plan A. Now let's take a look at the white-black one. That's the other one I'm thinking of. So we're looking at clerics, we're looking at life gains, so lifelink. Litiform Blight, okay. Excess number of creatures in your party. We're probably gonna spread wide also between clerics and rogues, so worst case scenario, this just drains for 1, so it's fine. Demon's Disciple is interesting removal. Blood Priest. Don't know about getting the bonus, but it's at least an emergency land. So at least here in this case, we can virtually we're safer on virtually cutting a land. We're not so sure about that. Definitely run the Vanquish the Weak. Number of creatures in your party, sure, we'll run that. So Subtle Strike's good removal. Mind Drain. It's a better Mind Rot. I'll give it that. Mind Carver is Mind Carver is interesting. It's actually very good late game. So you might want to consider that. Let's take a look at the white half. We're looking. So gain Scythe as long as you have a cleric, Journey to Oblivion. Farside Adept, we get to draw cards that way. So we have clerics, a few rogues, few wizards. We're not gonna bother with warrior at this point. Even though we could. What does it look like on our mana? Our curve actually looks a lot better. Way more trees and 2s and 3s. So I guess we can do Skyclave Shadowcat also. So add a few 4s. Let's add the Predation. Probably add the Consumption as well. So we should not have mana problems. I'm still gonna keep it at 17 though. Disenchant might be reasonable. It's a one shot. Ironically, I'm liking this a lot better. Sure, we got way more removal here, but it feels like we have a lot of burn and we're just scavenging for creatures. I might actually be better off just playing blue red in that case. So much for green. We do need a few top end creatures though. What we're lacking is something that can go over the top. We could just run a few blood beckonings. It's a way to get creatures back. I could also just run a dreadworm and okay, dreadworm gives us one end, and I could just run I like the mind carver. It's a way to make smaller creatures punch through. Mind drain is not so bad. We do have how many creatures that depend on cards in graveyard? 1. Nope, just 1. So we don't have. Yeah, I'd rather just. I might actually rather run it like this. We have to be. Yeah, we're very black. We could even go 10-7, but I think we're at 8. We're virtually at 8-12. So this is actually quite fine. Actually, there's one card we missed. We can actually just put a relic vial and cut the planes this way. So we're at 16. Then do a sanity check. 17, 18, 19. Well, preferably these two I can get away with putting down as lands. This one I really would prefer not to. So as far as removal is concerned, we have 1, 2, kind of 3. Okay, we have kind of 5 pieces of removal, though we have to be very selective about this. So I guess we're fine with this one. We don't exactly have that many Acquisitions Expert's a party trigger. Malakir Blood Priest is a party. Not so much of party, but we should be fine. So I'm gonna actually go with this one. Hold on, there's one thing I probably should also do. So since I invested in these I invested a lot of time on these, we're gonna use these. Then let's get Swamp. Swamp looks a bit weird being purple rather than black, but I guess that's fine. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cut those down. Cut these down. Then yeah, we're fine here. Okay, so we'll see how well this goes. If things really don't pan out, like I hit 2 losses, then I'll switch to green-red just to go out with a bang. But this looks a lot more consistent. I'm just concerned that it's consistent, but it might be consistently average. It's not super strong. That might be an issue. It's not being much of a party. Maybe I should just name this Orzhov Clerics. And probably should change the picture of the deck. And right off the bat, we're missing a... Okay, maybe I overdid the planes cut. Okay, this is better. There's actually... I'm trying to remember. There are some cards that get cheaper if your opponent just has all non-basics. Wait. So maybe binning this one is fine. So what do we have? We have a pair of 3 drops. We do have some cheap removal. It's a bit sad if we do have to do this turn 2, but I'm not beneath doing that. I am tempted to actually just cut the land. It's actually tempting. Cut the land, cut one of the lands, play this tap turn 2 if I don't have an option for this. It's not too bad actually. That's something we can consider. And if we do draw lands, I can't. I can just bin that. So this is actually the nice thing about the flexibility of this. That said, I'm actually concerned that we might be disconnected. Our opponent's done nothing. I'm ready to bin this one and keep. Okay, opponent might be a streamer. That's usually the one reason why people will take forever. Okay, no, their timer's going down. Again, this could mean anything. It's just because their timer's the one going down, it's not a guarantee that they're the ones who disconnected. It's possible that we disconnected also. I'm just waiting for those ominous words. Okay, they kept. So we're gonna keep. Been a swamp. We're gonna lead off on planes first. Oh yeah, I forgot we got new. Yeah, we got new comms now. So I can actually wait for our opponent to play stuff. So we're gonna just play this as a land. Then next turn. Okay, wait. So what's this? Opponent controls no basic lands. Okay, so this is a full. That one's a full 4. So what would I rather play first? Let's play the Blight Priest. It's a bit. This is kind of one of our. Oh, this is actually well. It's not full. It's not full It's not full life drain. It's like. It's actually like a smaller. It's like a smaller Epicure. Okay, opponent has an Umara Mystic. So I would be sad to have to play this as a land. Like it gets +2/+0 until end of turn. We're definitely swinging. Yeah, this is. We're gonna have to give up on that. And then okay, we'll play Acquisitions Expert. So opponent has to show us 2 cards. They'll show us their 2 worst cards. I'm also curious about the black. So the 2 cards they show us will give us a clue as to what their main colors are. I would like to hit the vial. That would. Okay, so Shell Shield, Hexproof, Blood Reckoning, return cards back. Yeah, these are their 2 weakest ones. I'm gonna be reliant on removing some of their stuff, so. Let's take out the Shell Shield. Because our opponent can't exactly cast this, but he can just cast Shell Shield to buff this one if they want to race. So next turn, we do have a Subtle Strike as an option. We can just also drop a Shadow Cat if we need to. Opponent goes Cascade Seer. So these are both wizards, so it's a Scry 1. Opponent swings in for 3. I will hold to the Subtle Strike first because we can. I'll hold to Subtle Strike first. Okay, no respect. This is one or both, so it's -1, -1, +1, +1. Okay. Then next turn, I probably just play Attended Healer. Force our. Unfortunately, this is the target. We only have one other target cleric. We might have this one at least. So opponent could just cast this to get it back. Okay. No, casting Skyclave Shade. Can't block, so. Can't block, but no kick, so our opponent might be stuck on lands. So opponent might not even swing. Which is concerning. Then again, we know their 2 mana spell is a sorcery, so if they're gonna burn something out, it's gonna be now. Shame this does not have flash, but I'll take it. I might even just play... What? Opponent's going aggro? Okay. Like, our opponent might be tempted to block this one, so you know what? That would be fine. Oh no, yeah, he can't block. I was overthinking it. So I can do cat, but let's do a different kind of cat. Unfortunately, these cats don't have lifelink, so... And it's 3 mana to make this one lifelink, so there is risk involved. Our opponent's gonna... We do have at least Demon's Disciple to destroy their weakest creature, quote-unquote. We are also kind of stuck on mana, but think of it this way. We literally only kept the 2 lands. We only had the other land that we binned in the bottom. These were not actually lands, but, well, okay, they're kind of lands. Should I play this one first? This has a +1/+1 counter, so I can actually play this one, let this one get killed, and then our opponent... And then we get to draw a card off it. We'll see if the Acquisitions Expert survives. Opponent's probably more interested in taking out the Tendent Healer. Demon's Disciple. Let's see what he sacks. Sacks the Shade. Reasonable, because it can't block. We'll sack... For the first time each turn. Yeah, I think our opponent was expecting us to sack this, but... Or it didn't matter. Anyway, we got first win. Good job, us. So let's see if we can keep this up. So yeah, I'm keeping a relatively low mana curve means at the very worst you're still casting 1 spell each turn. So yeah, let's keep going. I actually forgot to change that last one, but I think that was also set. Oh yeah, I also forgot to change my avatar. So we're definitely keeping this one. Turn 2 Black Bloom Rogue is not bad. In fact, we can just run out the lands first and decide on these later. We're definitely keeping this one. Yeah, the only caveat is I could if I'm concerned that I might not hit land number 4, I probably... And this only hits cards 3 or greater, so... Okay, there's a Dreadworm, so I am actually legitimately concerned. So we're actually going to... Okay, we'll play these first. At least, even if I miss lands for the next few turns, I can just play this one as a 3-drop, play this as a 4-drop. Okay, we did hit our land though, so we're kind of just hitting lands for a 5-drop. 5-4. Okay, opponent's gone mono green. So I can decide to drop the Attendant Healer next turn, or if our opponent drops something... Okay, take note, this is 3 or less. At this mana rate, our opponent probably has a better creature at this point. Okay, drops the... Oh, nice. So they're definitely green-black at least. Canopy Ballot, so we're not sniping this. This does have Menace though, so I can just swing anyway. Okay, so I'm thinking Predation, see what their missing mana is. Nah. Let's drop a Shadow Cat. If our opponent doesn't drop a land, we can block with this. If our opponent drops a land, it will depend on what their next creatures are, because, yeah, this one's a bit on the weak side. We might be able to draw into the removal spell, but yeah, as I said, we are kind of light on removal. Opponent drops the axe, so they're all in on this one creature now. It's a question. Okay, so they're actually 3 colors. And we're actually taking 8 damage. No trample, so we could kind of chump block till forever. We'll take the 12 for now. So let's see what their other creature is. At least we know it's not blocking this one at the very least. And it's a Zendikar. So it's a 4/4. Yeah, this one will get out of control. It's 3 or less, so reach and haste. Yeah, because we need... How much is this? 4 mana? Yeah, this was not gonna hit. And oh, 3 or greater, it would have hit. Oh man. That said, let's drop this. We can afford to take one more hit, then we start dropping chump blockers. Yeah, I should have dropped this one first. Opponent goes reclaim the wastes. Kick. So search for 2, put in hand. So we're taking another 8 off this, but we can't. But we can just block this one. So Zendikar means they get the land back. We do have clerics, so I'm actually gonna sacrifice the rogue. So we have Vanquish the Weak as a splash option then. Oh, we can actually drop Attendant. Okay, no creature. My concern is that with this much mana, it's a 5/5. Why do I even bother holding it up? For the first time each turn, so at least the Demon's Disciple can chump block. How much is this to equip? 3 mana to equip. Because our opponent could think this doesn't have trample, it has vigilance. So because I want our opponent to equip this one here, spend their mana, then we can respond by taking it out. Worst case scenario, I will still have mana to chump block. Okay, goes that. Okay, I want him to think he's going for something big. I'm tempted to actually sack this just to grow this one. But it's more useful for later. So I'll pass. My turn. Got another land, so and we're gonna do this now. Let's see if they still have any gas. They did have gas. We held out. We held out long enough, so we did have yeah, I'm really liking these cards. Removal is great. Now if this last card's a good game. Good game. Might have something with flash. Here's this. Yep, that was it. But I needed to run security anyway. So we were actually able to push through. Opponent going all in on that one creature. Yeah, so it was a good thing we managed to force it. We managed to trade that Zendikar. I was thinking of just chump blocking, but we do have 2 copies of those. I'm trying to remember. If their stats are, I think their stats are similar to Plaguecrafter. They're also 3/1s. Okay. Getting some really nice rewards. Okay, Mario Captain. Also, I probably should edit some other stuff as well. But you know what? We're continuing. 2 wins, doing pretty well. If we even just go like halfway, I would be okay for sealed. But we're in it to win it. Let's try to go for the full. Let's go the full distance. So right now we are waiting for more opponents. Generally, yeah, sealed is where I want to get the feel. Basically, the one part I want to try to get a feel of is how do we treat the modal DFCs, especially the ones that are not lands on both sides. If it lands on both sides, it's super easy. So we kind of went the route of consistency over power. So, okay, so we got... Okay, we have one land. We're definitely playing this. Actually, we might play this instead. Because we do have Demon's Disciple. We do have a Relic Vial. Yeah, I'm willing to keep this. So... Nope, we have our land, so I don't have to play these immediately. So it's a question what our opponent's drop is. I'm hoping our opponent drops later, so at least the Demon's Disciple counts as remove. Oh, nope. Has a squid. It's a kid, it's a squid, it's a kid, it's a squid. Okay. Do I want to just play this as a land? Gives me an excuse to not do anything. Probably yes. Because I definitely want to hit 4 mana consistently. Let's see what our opponent's up to here. So we get hit for 3. So basically this only attacks if the... Let's see if our opponent has another creature. Massive Brute. Murasa Brute, okay. So we actually have options here. It's tempting to play this first, but we don't have time. So our opponent sacks 1. Yep, sack the squid. It already did its damage. Now here's where we're hoping our opponent doesn't keep dropping more creatures, because we would be behind. Looks like they're also... Could they be stuck on lands? Wishful thinking. Yeah, that was wishful thinking on the lands. I could have just played this one face down and played one of these. Because these are just blanks. Yeah, I would have rather played these, play one of these. That way I would be able to play this next turn. So this is still a problem. Yeah, this one's not looking so great anymore. Yeah, this one can trade with this. It could just end up trading with one of these, which is not great. Yeah, let's play this one. Having a lot of cheap creatures is a benefit. We did have that option with some of the warriors. Now we might be in real trouble. Yeah, I should have played this way. Yeah, the moment I changed my mind about you running the kill spell, I should have just played this. Well, I will block the big one. Yeah, we're letting our opponent keep a party, which is a problem. Yoraga Visionary. So what's Wizard, Rogue, Wizard? Okay. We did hit our 5th land though. So Dreadworm. Opponent does have Into the Royal Mana, so we could take 6 out of the blue. Nope, Squad Commander, that's... Oh, wow. 3 1/1s. That's a very good one. I will take 1 damage. Now, let's see. If you have a full party, creatures you control get +1/+1 indestructible. So our opponent's just missing a cleric. They are running white, so they probably have it. So, no blocks. Vanquish the weak tree, power tree or less. So Yeah, I probably want to play this later. Because I'm concerned our opponent... Also, our opponent has Crawling Baron, so that might be a tough cookie to remove. Let's take out the squad commander before our opponent does get the full party. Try play this as a land. Yeah, we'll play this as a land. Oops. Cat's gone wild outside. So I can trade the Blood Priest for the Blight Blade. Pair that down. Reduce our opponent to just wizards. Opponent wants to grow this a bit, so I might have to save the Hagra Mauling for that guy. We actually, if I draw land, we have the mana to just play Relic Vial, then leave this up, so we have that option. It's okay, the cat's gone. Come here. No, cat's not there anymore. Go. Still defensive. Opponent holds back. Okay. So we're still stuck at 6 mana though. I'm tempted to just play this one. Just basically put enough creatures that we can block stuff on board. Our opponent's gonna start growing this though, so we might have to just chump block the Dreadworm on that. A bit poor, but... Let's also see if our opponent has counter spells. I'm trying to think if our opponent... Nope. Okay, we're not playing Mauling as a land. We are relatively behind though. Does our opponent have anything that... Okay, okay, this is already tempting. What are the single green spells that I have to worry about? So our opponent might just keep letting this grow. So we really are going to hold on to this for a long time. Now, there is a trick with this one. Tended Healer. Not enough mana for Lifelink. And yeah, I was right, they had a Cleric. So I just need to consider blocks. I don't think our opponent's gonna attack though. Okay, we're not gonna sack. Okay, we did hit that mana, so we are free to play Relic Vial. Unfortunately, with the Attended Healer, I actually don't even want to swing with this. Okay, opponent's probably... Another target Cleric. Does he have any other sources of lifelink? No. Unfortunately, as I said, the good news is we're average. The bad news is we're average. Like, if I were to draw on the Demonic Disciples now, what am I going to... Sack a creature, draw a card. No. We're gonna pass my turn. Well, that's 2 cards. It will convince our opponent to cast one of them. So at least we kind of empty their hand a bit. And the thing here is, okay, I should hold priority. This is a May option. Most of the time, the opponent will not make any... Yeah, the binding is more annoying. Unfortunately, the shelter is also annoying too. Yeah, our opponent's just waiting for the right moment to drop it. So we have to be on the lookout for this white mana. Us knowing about it... Well, unfortunately, the card that could... Even that card could not take it away. Veteran Adventurer. So we could chump and grow this one at least. Although, if I don't mind letting this one live, I can just wait for our opponent to put counters on this. I probably should have kept swinging with this one though. That's probably my mistake. What's this? Just... Yeah, it's a weird edge case. The thing is, I'm better off just chump blocking this one right now because this at least does not get trample. End of turn if our opponent. Okay, if our opponent swings, I'll block. I'll pump. No, I'll block and I'll tick this up. We will gain some life that way. We don't get to draw a card, but do we have enough creatures? Snarecaster. Okay, Rogue with Reach. We do have the option of using the Subtle Strike just to... Okay, opponent's actually... Yeah, opponent's really cautious. Our opponent's so overtly cautious, it's insane. Okay, not casting that. It has lifelink as long as you control another cleric, sure. Did we lose our payoff already? Nope, not yet. We have another attendant healer, so... Yeah, this one's just gonna grow ad infinitum. There's... Spoils of Adventure, gain tree... Oh, wow. And got the full... Cleric, Rogue, ton of warriors. Yeah, they got the full discount. Good for them. Yeah, we're probably gonna lose this one, let's be honest. But it was worth a shot. Shepherd of Heroes, you gain 2 life. Wow, this is a real party. So, point goes up to 30. Still not attacking us. So I guess we're holding. Let's put a little pressure. We have no real answer for this one. Yeah, the opponent got the better party setup. Could we have gone 3 color? With our mana base, no. There's no way we're doing 3 color. Yeah, no. Could... Wow. Were we better off just actually taking this one? Yeah, I think that was we made a mistake too. Well, then again, we're still waiting for our opponent to actually attack. Oh, they like the top 3 cards. That's gonna be an issue. I know we're gonna lose, but just waiting for our opponent to swing. At least let us have a little fun. If not, I'm content to letting you just draw out. Oh, we don't... Well, we're probably gonna end up dying to this at least. Though, with this one out of the way, we do have a trick of sorts. And the nice thing is because this is a double target, I'm actually just waiting for our opponent to do something. Yeah, our opponent is overtly cautious. Okay, let's say I swing with this one. Our opponent blocks with probably something that's not a 1/4. So let's swing with this. And if this doesn't pan out, I can always just sack it. Okay, dinging tokens. Okay. So he can cast the shelter on this. He'll have 2 choices. He can either name black or name white. Naming white, this one survives. No, he lets it go. Oh, he lets it die. Okay. That didn't get him to cast this, so... Wow. Something... Opponent is... I think our opponent's gonna use this as an Alpha Strike card, so basically force me to block with this. Not bad. That's how I would do it, actually. Now that I think of it. Yeah, as I said, we're still gonna lose, but... Well, we're not going down without a... We're gonna make our opponent earn their win. Now, if they have a removal spell for this, at least we draw a card. Okay. Makes it into a creature. Makes it into a creature. If he swings with everything, we're probably dead anyway. So cautious. Is our opponent going to go Sajiri? Because that's one way to make me get rid of this prematurely. No, so we get the option to block. Let's see if our opponent has a card that actually gives trample. That might be another thing. Yeah, Crawling Barrens is a very good land. Definitely will run it in any situation. No, this one's probably not... Wow. How many lands is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? Though technically it's 8, so we still have 9 lands left. No point just swinging with that one, though. And pass the turn. We now know that we have to just keep chump blocking it. Our opponent... Yeah, our opponent will eventually win. Actually... Opponent eventually drew that other one. So, gain life, draw a card. Yeah, but we do have a problem. Now our opponent can swing with this one for the win. Well, I guess it's good game, right? Let's see if our opponent sees this. He does have the mana for it. Oh wait, he has the mana for one, but not the other. Okay. So, we'll both get to draw cards. Opponent might mill out? Yeah, you really should start swinging with everything. So that was our last cleric. Okay, no, yeah, these are wizards now. So we're not gonna gain life anymore from that one. Maybe we have too many lands. I think it's still just right. Because we had to play these early as a safety. Opponent still hasn't seen the way to win yet. Might be concerned that we have removal. I can... Let's see. That Journey to Oblivion. Will that even work on our opponent's card? It'll work under Shepherd of Heroes. Activate. Yeah, we're gonna get pummeled by... Let's see. Sajiri's Shelter. Or is our opponent just content to... Relic Vial doing things though. Opponent's down to 13 cards. Still. Also, I'm concerned. Our opponent has a really full grip. Psh, land. Well, I guess we had it coming though. Yeah, it's only a matter of time. Oh, okay. Opponent's just showing off. It's true, nothing but lands. Let's see if we have anything else. Attendant Healer. So I actually get the way to make cats. Okay. Honestly, should have been dead a long time ago. I'm surprised our opponent has not attacked at all. Come on, come at me. Its controller mills 2 cards. 13, 12. Oh, we actually drew more cards. Okay. Yeah, you know what? Okay, there's a demonic disciple that would not have done anything. Wow. How much time did we spend this one? Whoa, we spent a lot of time. Okay, you know what? No. Yeah, I apologize. I should have conceded a long time ago. Yeah. Yeah, I should concede a long time ago. This was way... Our opponent is way too cautious. Overtly cautious. Opponent should change their handle name. Maybe they have a goddess with them. I don't know. And to think also, there were a few turns where we actually did not have cards in hand. Everything was laid bare on the table. Okay, so that's our first loss. 2 wins, 1 loss. We're still hoping. Let's see if we can still do better. I did say we're kind of happy with at least half wins, but I think to get half gems, you need to have at least 4 wins, if I'm not mistaken. So we're gonna aim for that. To get everything back at 6 wins. So, and okay, we actually not bad. We'll keep this one. Oh yeah, that meant we actually had another one. Okay, let's read that Journey to Oblivion. Exile until it leaves. Okay. So if our opponent drops creatures like this, this is the time that Demon's Disciple shines. So we might end up having to play this full value, but at least we would have removed 2 of our opponent's creatures. Sproutling. I think, yeah, that should annoy our opponent a little bit. That was effective removal. Let's see if our opponent drops something good. Scorch. No, I'll play this one. We'll give our opponent the decision. There's a good chance our opponent just hammers the thing, so we're kind of fine with that. Basically, we need to see what our opponent's next drop is, so we can make an informed decision about that. I will take. Let's see what our opponent drops next. Drops 5 mana, drops a Pyroclastic Hellion, bounces a land so we take 2 damage. That's a good Oblivion target. Okay, so we hit 6 mana. So this does make this awkward now, but I'm gonna attack because I have no intention of blocking. So we're going to take another 4. We're going to go down to 10. It might be a problem. At least we have Expedition Heat. If our opponent has more of this, then we are in real trouble. Kind of. Okay, another Pyroclastic Hellion. We can cut this down to a 3-4, make this a 4-4. Okay, so we're taking quite a bit of damage. There's a blood... Okay, let's do a mana check. Let's drop this first. I need to hold this. Actually, in hindsight, I probably should have dropped this because it'll give me the option to sack something to this. If our opponent has... Okay, that's 2 mana. Let's see what their 4-drop is. No 4-drop. Okay, let's see the attack. Okay, let's do the math. Okay, with that we wipe the board. I will hold. No, we'll swing. Though I should be careful. This does come with haste. Skyclave Shadowcat, kinda okay. We don't exactly have death triggers. Something to consider for the green-black deck if we go constructed on this. Also, if our opponent takes this out, we do get to draw a card, so I'm not too sad for that. If our opponent swings, I will block. Okay, no swing. This has vigilance, right? Yeah, okay. So we're literally at the mercy of our opponent. It's a good thing we got rid of that one. Yeah, play the land. I don't know if you have any landfall triggers. Well, you did have a landfall trigger. If our opponent swings, we will block. If our opponent has a way to benefit, so be it. So let's pay attention if he has a trample effect. No? Okay. Trade. Okay, does nothing right now. We do have more clerics. So yeah, we might survive. I will survive. And worst case scenario, if our opponent has a way to deal with this, I will draw. Okay, oh, we survived. Okay, there we go. That was very good. As far as land drops were, we did not have to play that one tap, but no, we did. That was literally our only black source. I think it took us a while to draw the next one, so yeah, better safe than sorry in that case. So we're now at 3 wins. We're halfway to my main target of 6 out of 7. I still want to go all 7 though. Yeah, I'm gonna do a double check on the gem count. See. Okay, so 3 wins, 12. Okay, so we're already more than half. Yeah, it scales really nicely. So 3 wins is quite good. Let's see if we can do more. So I wonder, how are you guys? How are you guys feeling about Zendikar Rising? I've seen some changes. Well, basically, I've seen the Rogues deck go off. I've seen the Flash deck do a lot of interesting things. Okay, so we're keeping this one. Blood Priest. Yeah, sure, we're just pinging for 1, but that's fine. You get a body in the board. Yeah, this one's really more for constructed. Okay, at least we drew. Okay, first blood. Yeah, playing it really conservatively. This one's really great late game, but so far we're fine with this. Opponent, nothing. I'm gonna swing first. Let's see if our opponent has something. Okay. Let's help our opponent. Okay, it did not really help us. It helped our opponent more. So at least we have turn 4 Attendant Healer or Hagra Mauling, depending on what we need. Opponent's done nothing. Okay, opponent now demonstrating they have something. Into the Royal. Into the Royal. We're gonna play the Attendant Healer instead because we can just play Expedite. Okay, opponent actually has Timber Ascetic, gain some life. Okay. The math says we can make this a 4. Okay, opponent goes for the big block. Trade and Kitty. So we still preserve the Hagra Mauling. So opponent goes Territorial Site. Cat. Okay. This feels poor. Our opponent could have a much bigger creature, but also probably something I should not have done right now. I could have waited. So Roiling Regrowth. Okay. Okay, so that's all they had. But now I'm really concerned. They're really aiming for a big drop. No, hindi pa. Only goes Adventure Weight. Ooh, that's a big one. I should have saved it for that one. Swing with this one, give it I should have swung at the cat also, what I wasn't thinking. Goes Deadly Alliance. Okay, so we don't get the cat, but it's fine. Huh? Okay. If this is kicked... Okay, we'll save that for later. Okay, but our point is about... at least this one... Okay, opponent goes for a big one. So no trample at least. It has so many cards in graveyard, very close, so... Okay, opponent, see Folkstalker. Okay, so we're basically trading these. So we got one shot here. The only good news is that we're able to dodge this one with this. And it has a Dread Worm. Wait. Still 7. Okay. Okay. Okay, definitely playing this one. Like, even if it just eats the Bright Blade and something else, we're fine. Opponent is holding back. We'll swing first because our opponent just went all empty now. And let's play another Adept. Our opponent's looking for removal for this. Okay, we'll save this for later. Okay, they're digging for an answer, most likely for this. Because this is literally our only evasive creature. That's the one thing I notice is an issue. Opponent hits Blood Chief's Thirst. That will kill this. Let's see if they actually decide to kill something else though. Ooh. Good use. So, but we can afford to take damage. One point's not necessarily that though. Like, so what are we looking for now? If I swing with this one, I end up with... Well, if he double blocks with this, it's not great. I only take out one. I'm not gonna attack. So, actually, that's what I want to happen. At least if I swing with this one now. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to take Timber Ascetic. And now we're just... Okay, let's see if our opponent blocks. Definitely Seer plus something. And you get to take out both. Opponents really go... Why not? Actually makes sense. So now we have a question. Okay, opponent holds that back, that's fine. So here's the relic. Ooh, wait, what's this? Oh, this is the new tech. Basically, because of that, it enters as a token. And because this gets kicked, oh wow, gets 2 tokens. This is actually, well, it's more manageable now, but yeah. Okay, opponent's willing to swing with that, so pass the blocks. Actually, no. There, we trip. We're still. If we're not dead to this, we're probably dead to these. Oh wow. Yeah, we're probably not gonna win this one. Okay, no. This is a new cast, okay. Probably not necessary. I think you were just better off just pumping this one. Opponent is down to 11 cards, but we're not gonna survive long enough. Like, I'm tempted to just swing with these 3, but these are big blockers. So opponent now. Ooh, how many cards can you draw? Ooh, this didn't even kick it. Oh, opponent's actually aware of which Swamp Champion. Well, we're probably gonna die to one of these instead. Okay, guess it makes sense. Yeah. So I might as well swing first. Wait, is there something about this? Okay. So those are the blocks. Sack this one because get the extra benefit. Yeah, that's good game. I think 4, 8, 9, 10. Oh no. Yeah, this is just 9. Seafood's good. Seafood stalker is actually quite good. Expensive, but very good. So we're already at 2 wins and 2 losses. I'm going to take a little bit of a break here. I'll be right back. Okay, just resolve that one last bit. So where we last stand, this could be the very last game. We are at 2 losses already. We're already more than halfway through. We already got 3 wins, so I'm already kind of happy with that. Let's see if we can do more. Yeah, that last game, probably longer than... Actually, those last 2 games, those are longer than they should have been. I guess it does show that, we settled into a deck that without proper bombs to help finish off, average, better win quickly or else it'll die averagely. So we did show so we definitely have black mana. We're definitely keeping this. Turn 2 priest, turn 3 disciple. Alternately, we actually have choices. It's either turn 2 priest or turn 2 priest, turn 3 this, or I'm actually want to do this because this one trades well with the Royal Mage. In fact, I can do next turn Far Sight Adept, then next turn Acquisitions Expert. Though this might be an issue. Change of plans. Oh wait, no. Let's see. When it attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature with a... Okay, so when this attacks, it's a 4/4. So I have to encourage a trade first, or else we're in trouble. I'm gonna play the Farsight Adept. This is... So we are looking for lands. There we go. So we're setting up the Dreadworm, which could trade with this. So... Nope, we'll take the hit. So let's see what our opponent does next. Expedition Diviner has flying. Okay. Oh, Subtle Strike would make this into a 4/4, make this into a 4/4. Okay, so we're actually gonna go Acquisitions Expert. So we have a way to snipe the Oran Reef Ooze. Subtle Strike, very subtle. Let's see if we can make that work. So we're definitely taking the... Opponent does not have the mana for this. Target creature control fights target creature you don't control. We're taking the Rabbit Bite because... So we're going to actually... So we're going to see if our opponent does the fight. In fact, if our opponent goes for the fight first, we can ambush him that way. So that's where the trick comes in. Our opponent should attack first to get the max benefit. Oh, but there's another thing. Like... Okay, we'll let that resolve. Has 2 blocks. We're gonna double block this. We're gonna chump. No, we're not gonna chump that. It's not attacking. So Let's see if our opponent will cast that. No, Zulaport Duelist. Oh wow. Yikes. That Duelist ruined everything. So we're gonna lose both creatures. Hold on, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we're gonna lose both creatures anyway. Do I hold the trick for later? No, I can't hold the trick for later. So I'm gonna do is I'm gonna snipe the Cutthroat, buff the Acquisitions Expert. If it will convince our opponent to do a pre-fight. 1, 2, 3. Because another trick we could have done. Yeah, opponent didn't go for the fight here because this could be instant speed. Yeah, then let it revive. So I'm gonna attack first. Let's see if our opponent. Let's see if our opponent does anything with this. Yeah. So I'm gonna play this one now. So I'm hoping our opponent does something complicated to get this one killed. Yeah. Didn't cast this one first. So I will just block. Okay, gets out of the way. So we take 10 damage. So yeah, we need to draw removal for that. So we're gonna play the Relic 5. I'm gonna play this one. So probably just sack this one just to be safe. Then it's a shame that if our opponent's able to cast this, nope. 7, yeah, we're forced to block. Yeah, we're probably dead already at this point. Yeah, this use on time. Yeah, that's good. Well, we built an average deck. We got average wins. It's not so great, but I will accept that. So, well, there we go. So, at least we got our first tip. So we really have to leverage those rares next time. I did say I was gonna try it again with that one, but more I think of it, no. We had a decent start. Probably need to prioritize removal, especially for certain rares. The cards we had, not so great. But anyway, there we go. That's it for this episode of the Magic Arena Run. If you like what you saw, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, turn on notifications and whatnot. And yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying Zendikar Rising. As always, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you guys again next time. Take care. God bless. Stay safe wherever you are. Have a great weekend, everyone.